Here at 5, a member of President Donald Trump's cabinet makes a stop in Texas today to focus on fighting the New World screwworm.
Yeah, the flesh-eating parasitic flies pose a serious threat to the state's cattle industry. Currently, there are 7 confirmed cases of the New World screwworm in the U.S. 6 are in Texas, 1 in southeast New Mexico. U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins was in South Texas today visiting a ranch in Pryor where the first screwworm case was confirmed last week.
KVUE's Daniel Perot joining us here in studio. And Daniel, that area is facing the screwworm threat without any representation in Congress.
That's right. Pryor is in Zavala County. That is in the southern part of Congressional District 23. It's been vacant since former Congressman Tony Gonzales resigned in April over multiple sexual misconduct allegations. As federal and state leaders now race to contain and try to eradicate this fly, it's crucial they're in communication with ranchers and pet owners on the ground. But those tasks are harder without a congressional representative in Washington.
The calf's doing fine, full recovery. You can't even tell where the wound was.
As thousands of ranchers in southwest Texas try to protect their livestock from the New World screwworm, those in Congressional District 23, home to 3 cases, have no member of Congress to turn to since that seat is vacant.
You're stuck twiddling your thumbs.
A former congressman for that district says those who live there are missing out on needed leadership.
Being the voice of those people that are crying out for help because they're connected. It's getting all of the science and technology that is working on it hustled in order to get some remedy out there immediately.
According to the USDA, in 2022, the district did just under $450 million in cattle and calf sales. That's 4th most among Texas congressional districts and ranks 35th most in the country.
It's not just unfortunate for the ranchers individually, but it's going to affect our entire economy.
Not having a representative makes it harder for constituents to get information or be heard. Katie Padilla-Stout is the Democrat running to represent that district going forward.
We don't have a direct link to the federal government right now in a time when we are in crisis, and the federal government doesn't have a direct link back to the district.
Stout and Republican Brendan Herrera say they're trying to do what they can to help, but are limited in access to officials and information.
We're trying to get information so that they hear things firsthand from the source of the experts so that they know how to approach their livestock, what they should be looking for, what protocols to be in place.
On social media, Herrera says he's been meeting with ranchers and federal leaders and was in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday. He says he spoke to officials about expediting potential solutions.
You've got to be able to solve the problems that are a direct threat to our economy and to our food sources.
Stout says she wants to ramp up the sterile fly program and push for more investment to help combat the screwworm. She says she's connected with ranchers and federal elected officials about the threat and the response, though she says other officials aren't always able to help people they don't represent.
There's 800,000 constituents in one of the largest districts in the United States. Without a representative, there are crises and emergencies that are going to pop up. This was incredibly foreseeable.
It's up to Texas Governor Greg Abbott to schedule a special election to elect someone to fill the seat for the remainder of Tony Gonzales' term. So far, he has not yet set a date for that to happen, and it's not likely that the governor will call a special election between now and the November general election because Republicans in Washington hold only a very narrow majority in the United States House of Representatives. In the studio, Daniel Perot, KVUE News.